In the era of the Three Kingdoms, a time of great turmoil and endless battles, the land was divided among three powerful warlords, each vying for supremacy. The air was thick with the scent of war, and the cries of soldiers echoed through the valleys and mountains. Amidst the clash of swords and the thunderous roar of armies colliding, heroes were forged in the crucible of combat. The battlefield was a place where destinies were written in blood and steel, and the whispers of courtly intrigue, where alliances were made and broken in the shadows, lived Lu Meng. A young warrior with a fierce spirit and an unyielding determination, he was destined for greatness. He served under the banner of son Quan, a leader known for his strategic brilliance and unrelenting ambition. Sun Quan's vision for the Kingdom of Wu was one of strength and unity, and he saw potential in Lu Meng. The ambitious king of Wu, Sun Quan, was a ruler who valued both martial prowess and intellectual acumen. He believed that a true leader must possess both the might of a warrior and the wisdom of a scholar. Lu Meng, a man of strength and courage, quickly rose through the ranks. His bravery on the battlefield was matched only by his keen strategic mind, earning him the respect and admiration of his peers. He found his place on the battlefield, where his skills as a warrior were put to the ultimate test. Each battle was a new challenge, a new opportunity to prove his worth and advance his standing. Yet, his path would take an unexpected turn, one that would lead him away from the familiar chaos of war. It was a journey that would challenge him in ways he had never imagined, leading him from the blood-soaked fields of war, where he had spent countless days and nights, to a place of peace and reflection. The transition was not easy, but it was necessary for his growth. To the serene halls of knowledge, where the clamor of battle was replaced by the quiet rustle of scrolls, and the soft murmur of scholarly debate. It was a world that was as foreign to him as the battlefield had once been. Lu Meng, though a fearsome warrior, possessed little formal education. His early years had been spent honing his martial skills, leaving little time for scholarly pursuits. He had risen through the ranks based on his bravery and strategic mind. His ability to think on his feet and adapt to changing circumstances had served him well in battle, but the world of books and scholarly pursuits remained a distant land, uncharted and unexplored. The vast knowledge contained within the ancient texts was a mystery to him, one that he was determined to unravel. Little did he know, this lack of learning would become a point of contention, a challenge that he would have to overcome. It was a seed of change waiting to sprout, a new path that he would have to walk. A seed of change waiting to sprout, signaling the beginning of a new chapter in his life. The journey ahead was uncertain, but it was one that he was ready to embark upon. His journey of transformation was about to begin, a journey that would take him from the battlefield to the halls of learning. It was a path that would test his resolve and his willingness to grow, sparked by the discerning eyes of his king, who saw potential in him that he himself had yet to realize. Sun Quan's encouragement was the catalyst that set him on this new path, and his own hidden thirst for knowledge, a desire to understand the world beyond the battlefield. This thirst would drive him to seek out new experiences and to embrace the unknown. The court of Sun Quan was not just a place of military strategy, it was also a haven for scholars and intellectuals. Here, amidst the refined air of calligraphy and debate, Lu Meng's lack of education became glaringly apparent. He was a hawk amidst doves, a warrior amidst scholars. Whispers followed him like shadows. They mocked his uncouth speech and his ignorance of classical texts. Some even questioned his ability to lead, suggesting that a warrior's mind was no place for strategy and cunning. Lu Meng, hardened by years of battle, found himself wounded by these barbs. The sting of ridicule cut deeper than any blade. His pride was wounded, but more importantly, a spark of longing was ignited within him. Could he, a warrior, ever hope to bridge the gap that separated him from these scholars? Sun Quan, a ruler of great perception, recognized Lu Meng's potential. He was not just a leader who saw the surface of things. He had the rare ability to look deeper, to see the hidden strengths and talents within his people. This was a quality that set him apart from many other rulers of his time. He saw beyond the rough exterior, the warrior's facade, and understood that there was more to Lu Meng than met the eye. The scars and the rugged appearance were merely the outer shell of a man who had much more to offer. Sun Quan perceived a keen mind yearning for knowledge, a mind that was eager to learn and grow. He knew that within Lu Meng was a potential that had yet to be fully realized, a potential that could be harnessed for the greater good. He knew that true strength lay not just in physical prowess but also in intellectual capacity. A warrior's might could win battles, but it was wisdom and strategy that won wars. Sun Quan believed that a well-rounded leader needed both. One day Sun Quan approached Lu Meng, his gaze steady and encouraging. He saw the potential for greatness in Lu Meng and wanted to nurture it. He believed that with the right guidance, Lu Meng could become an even greater asset to the kingdom. He spoke of the importance of learning, not just for personal growth but also for the good of the kingdom. He emphasized that knowledge was a powerful tool, one that could change the course of history. Sun Quan's words were filled with passion and conviction. He urged Lu Meng to embrace the power of knowledge. He handed him a book, a symbol of the wisdom that he wanted Lu Meng to seek. This gesture was not just about the book itself, but about the journey of learning and self-improvement that it represented. Sun Quan's words struck a chord deep within Lu Meng. They resonated with him on a profound level, awakening a desire to learn and grow. It was as if a new path had been illuminated before him, one that he had never considered before. They were not a rebuke but a call to arms, an invitation to embark on a different kind of conquest. This was a conquest of the mind, a journey towards wisdom and understanding. Lu Meng realized that this was an opportunity to redefine himself. The seed of ambition, dormant for so long, began to stir within the warrior's heart. He felt a renewed sense of purpose, a drive to prove himself not just as a warrior, but as a scholar and a leader. This was a turning point in his life. He would prove his detractors wrong. Those who had doubted his abilities would see a new side of him, a side that was just as formidable in intellect as it was in strength. Lu Meng was determined to rise to the challenge. He would embrace the challenge and rise to the occasion. With Sun Quan's guidance and his own newfound determination, Lu Meng set out on a path of self-discovery and growth. This was the beginning of a new chapter in his life, one that would see him transform into a true leader. Driven by Sun Quan's words and his own burning desire to prove himself, Lu Meng embarked on a journey of self-transformation. He immersed himself in books, spending countless hours poring over scrolls, his sword hand now gripping a brush. He approached his studies with the same dedication and discipline he had once reserved for military training. He surrounded himself with scholars, engaging them in lively debates, absorbing their knowledge like a sponge. Word of Lu Meng's transformation spread throughout the kingdom. What was once a source of ridicule now became a tale of inspiration. He had defied expectations, proving that growth and change were possible for anyone, regardless of their background. Even the most skeptical observers marveled at his metamorphosis. Lu Meng the warrior had blossomed into a scholar. Lu Su, a renowned scholar and strategist of Wu, had been among those who initially scoffed at Lu Meng's lack of learning. He believed that some were born to wield a brush, others a sword, and never the twain shall meet. However, Lu Su's skepticism was challenged when he met with the transformed Lu Meng. Gone was the rough-around-the-edges warrior, replaced by a learned and articulate individual who could discuss military strategy and classical literature with equal ease. Lu Su, a man of great intellect and open-mindedness, was astonished by Lu Meng's transformation. He acknowledged his previous prejudice, admitting that he had misjudged Lu Meng's potential. From that day forward, Lu Su treated Lu Meng not just as a fellow warrior but as an equal in intellect and insight. Lu Su, deeply impressed by Lu Meng's transformation, remarked on how much he had changed. Lu Meng, with a knowing smile, replied, "A man who has been away for 3 days must be looked at with fresh eyes. How much more so after the passage of several years?" This statement, profound in its simplicity, encapsulates the essence of Lu Meng's journey. It highlights the ever-evolving nature of the human spirit, the capacity for growth and change that resides within us all. Lu Meng's words serve as a timeless reminder that we should never allow ourselves to stagnate. We must embrace the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better versions of ourselves. Life is a journey of constant evolution, and we must strive to be like the flowing river, ever-changing, ever-growing. Lu Meng's story is not just about the transformation of one man. It is a timeless tale that speaks to the potential that lies dormant within us all. It is a testament to the power of encouragement, the importance of self-belief, and the transformative nature of knowledge. Each of us carries within us the capacity for growth and change. We may not all undergo a transformation as dramatic as Lu Meng's, but we can all strive to be better than we were yesterday, to embrace new challenges, and to expand our horizons. The journey of self-improvement is not always easy. It requires dedication, discipline, and a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. But the rewards are immeasurable. For in the pursuit of self-betterment, we not only improve ourselves but also inspire those around us. We often limit ourselves by clinging to a fixed perception of who we are and what we are capable of achieving. These self-imposed boundaries are often the result of years of conditioning, where we have been told what we can and cannot do, what is possible and what is not. This mindset can be incredibly restrictive, preventing us from exploring new opportunities and reaching our full potential. We allow past experiences, societal expectations, and self-doubt to confine us within self-imposed boundaries. These limitations can manifest in various aspects of our lives, from our careers to our personal relationships, and even in our hobbies and interests. The fear of failure, or the fear of stepping outside our comfort zone, can be paralyzing, keeping us stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Lu Meng's story challenges us to break free from these limitations. His journey is a testament to the power of resilience and the human spirit's capacity for growth. Despite facing numerous obstacles and setbacks, Lu Meng refused to be defined by his circumstances. Instead, he chose to redefine his limits and push beyond them, achieving greatness in the process. It encourages us to dream bigger, to set our sights higher, and to never underestimate the transformative power of learning and personal growth. By continuously challenging ourselves and seeking new knowledge, we can unlock potential we never knew we had. This journey of self-discovery and improvement is not a destination but a lifelong process. Living beyond our perceived limits is not about seeking external validation or achieving some arbitrary definition of success. It is about finding joy and fulfillment in the pursuit of our passions and interests. It is about understanding that true success is measured by our personal growth and the impact we have on the world around us. It is about embracing the fullness of our potential, exploring the uncharted territories of our minds and spirits. This means being open to new experiences, willing to take risks, and ready to learn from our failures. Each step we take outside our comfort zone is a step towards a more enriched and fulfilling life. It is about living a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. A life where we are not held back by fear or doubt, but driven by curiosity and a desire to make a difference. By breaking free from our perceived limits, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and opportunities. Just as Lu Meng did, we too can choose to evolve, to adapt, and to embrace the ever-changing currents of life. By doing so, we not only transform our own lives but also inspire those around us to do the same. The journey to breaking free from perceived limits is challenging, but it is also incredibly rewarding, leading to a life of purpose, passion, and endless possibilities.